you come up here. You can stand here. Take it like this. Everybody see? Everybody look at this emotion in 10 seconds. Look in the eyes.
Can you move because we can't see here?
Okay. Move around. Okay, we take another. Like this. And now on this in 10 seconds. And show them around so you can look. In this way, I start my drawing lessons for new classes. I once did the same in a school for students with Asperger's syndrome. In all classes I've been in, I noticed that the atmosphere changed in the room when they see the happy face. And when we see a happy face, the happy face muscles is activated, so because of that. But those with Asperger's usually have more difficulties to interpret emotional expressions. One of the students, whom we call Sophie, liked very much to draw and learned quickly how to draw emotional expressions. In that way, she also came to understand the different expressions in real people. Sophie had problems to understand how the world works, how to plan the future, and what is life all about. She felt she was stuck in something that she did not understand, which made her powerless and helpless. Does anyone recognize this feeling? You don't have to have Asperger's to feel stuck. However, she loved fairy tales and she loved myths. The world was understandable and exciting there. After one of our lessons, I passed a bookshop and found an interesting book about the power of mythology by Joseph Campbell. I start reading it right away. This is the thing, I thought. But I was hardly the first to make the discovery. Here is another one who make the same. It's George Lucas, 1977 or 1976. He got stuck in writing the script of Star Wars. You can see it here. Then he discovered Joseph Campbell's book, this book, where Campbell described the 17 different elements that tend to be in hero myths, in all cultures, in all times. Lucas used these 70 steps straight off in the Star Wars script and was very pleased with the result. And we all know what happened with the movie. Sophie said that the young hero, Luke Skywalker, in the movie, looked very insecure in the first movie, like herself. But in the second and the third, he became more secure and knew what to do, so she was beginning to recognize feelings and empathize with them. Let's look at some of these elements in a sample myth so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. This myth is from the Native American Blackfeet tribe. And the drawings here, it's different drawings in the different episodes are from my pupils, and different pupils. Here is Scarface. He has a big scar here. And the scar is his big pain. It's a symbol of his own pain, like Harry Potter. And he does not know who his parents are. We all have pain, either personally or for the group. Maybe we even carry the whole world's pain. But we also have a gift. The student Sophie gift is her amazing ability to draw. The book about myths became my own call to adventure. It made me want to know more. I read everything I could find in psychology, story interpretation, biology, anthropology, to understand the subject better. I tormented my friends with my new discoveries. Luckily, Sophie was very willing to listen. She understood at once what I was talking about, and also got very interested. Here, Scar meets his mentor. Perhaps you don't see this line here. And he was talking to the mentor about his scar and his parents, who he didn't know about. And the son, the shaman said to Scarface, it was the son who made this scar. And he must go to the son to take off the scar again. And the shaman also said, you must go up to the highest mountain. After that, you know the way. Forget. Yeah, next. Here are other samples of different mentors through the history and myths. Next step. Here came to the big mountain, Scarface, and when it is up in the big mountain, it became dark, and he saw a lot of stars there. It was the Milky Way. And he tried to walk on the Milky Way, tried to walk on the stars. And now he was in a different alien world for him. And he met a starman there. And the starman said that he knew his mother, Scarface's mother. And he will show him to the sun. Here are different portals. Here is Triumph Bow, Tori in Japan, Wardrobe in Narnia, Matrix, and a cave. The starman said, no, we go back. Sophie had no idea what she would do after she left school. I told her about my own portal when I was in her age. I left my parents' home for my own little apartment in another town and started in a new school. The anxiety I felt when I came to an unknown world, which changed to relief and strength when I managed to make my own independent life. The starman said he had met Scarface's mother years before, and they had fallen in love and married and lived in the star world together. The starman is thus Scarface's father. The father said that his father, who was the son, was annoyed at human people because Scarface's mother did not obey the rules about not talking to the arch enemy, the cranes. It meant that she had been thrown down to earth and she was pregnant. The mother's disobedience was the reason why Scarface got his scar. And now about Sophie. Sophie had never dared to go anywhere by herself in all her 17 years because she felt disoriented in the city. She always be with the parents or with the teacher. But one teacher encouraged her to use her special gift by drawing different places when they traveled by bus. This was an amazing experience for her. Suddenly, by drawing what she saw, she felt able to orient herself in the city. One day, when Scarface and his father are out on a mission, the enemies, the cruel cranes, show up. Scarface shows great courage and takes a stick and chases them away. When we meet a difficult task requiring total concentration, we grow. And Sophie, in her school, back in Sophie's school, I heard that she had, one day when I came there, suddenly gone herself by bus to a gymnastics class for the first time. And here is her drawing of this moment, which was a turning point in her life. She told me she did not want to be helpless anymore. She planned everything carefully, ran to the bus so as not to be late, and had a tremendous feeling of relief and happiness when she made it. And here is everything she talked about, gymnastic class, the time. She's very difficult with time. And here she was very early, so she must wait to the teacher. He's very far away there. The father tells the son how brave Scarface was. They go into the sweat lodge here. When they came out, the scar was gone. And Scarface has grown up. The son asks his wife, the moon, which of them is her son? She mistakenly believes that the Scarface is her son, and the son has a good laugh. And now about Sophie. On graduation day, the teacher talked about how brave, independent, and mature Sophie has become. And she gave me this drawing of characters in her own comics, very much inspired by myths and the hero's journey. And when making stories, it was a way to train how to plan the future for herself in her own life. But it was not only Sophie who had something to learn from the myths and to teach me by working with them. Last year I used this in different workshops. Here in Kosovo, I was told by the students that my interpreter, here, Fatos, was the one who has lived a real-life hero's journey. During the 1999 war, he had helped a large proportion of the population there, including many of the students and the families, to flee through the mountains to safer places. And after that, he helped to start an environmental organization to do something about this planet's big pain. This is an overview of the hero's journey in one picture. I changed some of the terms to make it more understandable for my young students. When I met Sophie last week, she told me that she went on a Finnish cruise. It was no guide, just with a friend from her former school. And she saw at once the hero's journey in that cruise and began to draw the cruise journey like this. In her own drawing, this is not her drawing, she left her home there with her friend and get advices. The mentor was her mom, who said what to know about. The portal was going on the boat and must find everything there, where the food was, where our cabin was and everything in the test phase. And then the big test here, the big fight. It was, the mother had one advice. be carefully. They had been told that they must be careful not let anyone doctor the glasses, but they had their defense ready. They had the drink there, and they had the hand every time. Not anybody can make something there in the glasses. With Sophie and the Kosovan students as my inspiration and mentors, I arrived somewhere in the testing time here of my own current journey, which is to finish writing, illustrating a book about this hero's journey. I hope our paths will cross. Okay.
Thank you so much.